Hi everyone. So we have Mr. Rohit Warrior with us today. This man needs no introduction because he got pretty famous after his pitch at Shark Tank India, and he got pretty viral on social media as well. Which is why a lot of people already know Mr. Rohit Warrior. He has been appeared in so many videos. So today it's a real pleasure to have you, Rohit, with us.
Thank you, Akshay. Thank you for having me.
It's a
It's
pleasure.
my pleasure to be here.
Yeah. Right. Okay, okay. So we have a couple of questions to ask Rohit, so that we can get to know about his journey, and his product is quite unique, and we would love to talk about the uniqueness of the product in this interview. Rohit, let's start with a very basic question. So how did this idea, which got popular as glass ka mask, came to you? How did you get this idea?
Akshay, so I was just talking about the same subject, to somebody in the morning. So any new product, any new invention, it doesn't come to the inventor. They say, "Aha, okay, I got this idea." So
Mhm.
it never comes like that. Any new product is based out of problem for so many days, so many months, getting frustrated with that problem
Mhm.
and not able to find a solution. That is when the aha moment comes, and that is how any problem is basically solved, or any new inventive solution comes into the picture. So even with the Zipline, it was the same. I faced this problem of the rims being contaminated every time I go to have chai ka tapri, every time in a hotel, right? Be it a good hotel, be it a small hotel. Obviously, good hotels, may you get a better standard, but you go to dhabas or you go to mid-level pubs, or even decent chain restaurants, you face the same problem. Tissue low, wipe it off. Tissue low, wipe it off. Now I saw that my friends were also doing the same thing. I saw that the table adjacent to me were also doing the same thing, right? So I thought this is a problem. It's not the problem that is being faced by me. I only identified the problem. Now I did not have anything in my mind that I want to go and make the product. I was just looking out for a solution for myself where I can buy it and use it for me, right?
Correct.
But दुनिया में कहीं मिला नहीं. So,
Mhm.
and I had a hotel management background. So I had that knowledge कि पीछे क्या होता है, कैसे होता है, glass कैसे store करते हैं, right? How is it handled during rush hours? So I had all those knowledge, hence the conviction, and I went ahead and made the product. So that's how the aha moment came, out
Right.
of problems being faced for like what, a decade or more than that.
Okay. So when was this product designed by you? I mean, it's pre-COVID or after COVID?
Well, we made it in 2016,
Okay. Okay.
but we never launched it because we thought it is ahead of its time, right? So we just made it, kept it in the shelf. When
Mhm.
COVID came, we said, yeah, this is the right time. This is the right time we should go. And we launched the product in 2020. And we applied for a patent also in 2020.
All right. So
So,
it was like that you had the ammunition ready, and as soon as the COVID occurred, the ammunition was launched.
yeah, yeah. So we were just waiting for the right moment to get going.
Right. Okay. That's great. So before Zipline, did you have any other product or other company already in the market? Have you
Oh,
always
yeah,
been an
yeah.
entrepreneur? How is it like?
No, no, absolutely. 75-80% of my life I've been an entrepreneur.
Okay.
I started my career in 2007. I
Mhm.
started my entrepreneurial journey in 2010 when I was 24. So,
All right.
uh, yeah, so my first business was or is Warrior Electronics. Basically, V-Fire is the brand name. So
Fire.
it basically deals with V-Fire, yes.
Okay.
Abbreviation for Warrior Electronics, WE, and Aage Fire, V-Fire. So
Mhm.
it's basically deals into automatic fire detection and suppression system for critical equipments in any business, which can catch fire. For example, a kitchen hood in a hotel. And it's a
Mhm.
very important equipment that requires continuous operation. If it's gone, then khana kaun banayega? Khana kaise banega? Right? Similarly, a CNC machine in an industry, because CNC machine produces the products. अगर CNC machine ही बंद हो गया आग की वजह से,
Mhm.
then you're shut.
Okay.
Server racks. in an IT company, or electrical panels. So we protect any critical equipment in a business which can catch fire. So that's our primary business, and that is the company which is funding Zipline even today.
Okay, so you guys are self-funded, and I would say the older company is funding Zipline even today.
Yeah, the parent company
Uh,
is funding, or rather, the parent company is funding its baby.
right, right. Okay. That's good to know. I think this is something that it's not even on the internet that WeFire is a company which is run by you.
There is, but you have to search for it. But
Okay.
yeah, people do not know about it. But yeah, it is
Mhm.
it is my first company, and you won't believe. I mean, I struggled so hard for the first 2 years. There wasn't even a single rupee business, in the first 2 years.
Mhm.
But I had that conviction because the product that we were promoting, again, like Zipline today, it was something new, something novel. So it was just about the mindset of the customer getting clicked, or making them aware that this is important for you, boss. And yeah, there's been no looking back since then.
Okay. All right. That's great. So apart from the Glaska mask, right, which is the most famous product of Zipline, I recently also read that you had a show at a Dubai hotel. So how was the response there? I mean, was it like you went there to showcase your product, or were there sales also happening at the stall? How was the
No,
experience?
it's a trade show, right?
Okay.
So
Mhm.
it's a trade show for hotels.
Okay.
Now, obviously, we got not really an invitation. We were asked by the organizers, would you like to promote your product here?
Okay.
And we
All
were
right.
anyways looking at export market more than the Indian market, right? And
Mhm.
it's one of the renowned shows of the Middle East. So we said, yes, why not? And then we went ahead, showcased the products, and the response was superb, phenomenal. Because uh, you won't believe, even in India, before Shark Tank, the response was superb,
Okay. Okay. All right.
right? So 99% people who saw the product, who used the product, gave us a positive feedback. We did so many events in India
Mhm.
before Shark Tank, hotel events where we tied up with the hotel and gave away Zipline free of cost to the guest to get the feedback. Even five-star hotels we did events. So it was always positive. Uh, anyway, so even in Dubai it was very positive, and yeah, I mean we glad that we actually went there and showcased the products.
Okay. Yeah, I saw a couple of pictures as well. Few people were talking, you were demonstrating the product. Yeah, it's there on the
It
internet.
was
Yeah.
long back. It was in May.
Yeah, come again.
It was long back. It was in May that we went.
Yeah, it
We
was
did,
in May. Yeah, it
yeah.
was in May. After the Shark Tank episode, right?
Of course, Shark Tank was aired in January,
Mm.
and May we had this trade show.
Trade
So we've
show.
done several trade shows after that. We've done it
Okay.
in Mumbai. We've done it in Hyderabad,
Okay. All
in
right.
India.
Mm-hmm. All right. Great. So apart from Glaska Mask, uh, flagship product of Zipline, are you planning to launch more products to increase the portfolio of your company?
No, absolutely. We've already launched several products. We have
Mhm.
a Zipline Glacier wine chiller, which is again an out of
Okay.
the box product.
Right.
So it's basically a product which uses only five ice cubes to keep your bottle chilled for over an hour,
Okay. All right.
right? So if you're a wine connoisseur, wine drinker, you would know when you order a wine at a hotel,
Mm-hmm.
तो क्या
Mm-hmm.
करेंगे? They'll get a big bucket full of ice and they'll keep the
Yeah.
bottle inside. But
Correct.
the problem there is, as soon as you take the bottle off, there's water dripping, there's condensation. So
That's
our
true.
product, it looks, yeah, so our product looks niche, nice, and the wine bottle or the champagne could be served right on the tabletop, saving space, using only
Mhm.
five ice cubes. Energy saving. So we have Glacier, we have Magic tissues, we also have T-shirts.
Okay. T-shirts with the branding Zipline or Glaska Mask.
Well, it has a creativity, no doubt about it.
Okay. Okay.
Uh, in fact, yeah, I'm wearing one right now.
You're very.
I
Can
I, I
you
I
show it
really
to
don't
us?
want.
Can
So
you show it to
I
us?
don't know. I don't know if you would be able to see it or not.
It says मेरे को भगवान उठा ले. Okay, that's creative, quite creative. Okay.
Right. So basically, we have T-shirts as well now, and with T-shirts, our only aim is obviously t-shirt and Zipline there's no relation. दूर दूर तक कोई नाता नहीं है. But it's just our way of marketing our main product, our hero product, which is the drinking shield, glass ka mask. So
Okay. All right.
yeah, and there are several new products also in pipeline. Again, out of the box, something new, something novel, never seen before.
Okay, that's great. So, so mostly the sales I am thinking that would be B2B, or is it B2C as well?
Both.
Both.
So we are at a stage where it's a new product,
Mhm.
right? So the demand has to be from both the places. Now you and me go to a hotel and say I want a zip line. Only then the hotel will buy a zip line. Well, it's an additional expense for them,
Mhm.
right? So obviously hotels will try not to give you something which is adding to their cost. And
Okay.
our agenda is also the same, that hotels should give it to the guests free of cost, like they give a straw, right? But obviously, we've given an option to the end customers to buy it, travel, carry it with them. So when a customer buys it, they also get a carry pouch with the kit.
Of
So
course.
once they use it, they can put it in the carry pouch, keep it in their bag,
Mhm.
their car dashboard or scooter, and you can keep it with you always.
Mhm.
So yeah, both of them are our clients.
So you're selling online, and I mean, do you have a store as well?
We have our own shop.
Okay.
We are there on Amazon,
Mhm.
Flipkart, Misho,
Okay. All
and
right.
yeah, our own shop as well.
Where is the shop located?
So shop as in not a physical shop, an online shop.
Acha, it's an online shop. So mainly we can say that 100% sales are online. I
Not
mean,
really online. We sell
okay.
B2B as well to
Yeah, B2,
hotels.
hotels.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Amazon, Meesho, and Flipkart. And I think I should be getting one for free.
Oh, why not? Absolutely.
I'll text you my
Absolutely.
address, and yeah, of course I would need it. Otherwise, I would love to buy as well. But if you could give it for free,
No, no, why not? Why not? By the way, it's just 99 for a pack of three. So
yes,
it's not very
I saw.
expensive either. Yeah. And
I
people
saw.
feel that it's very expensive. A lot of rumors going around that it's for 200 bucks, 300 bucks or whatever, online on the social media. I mean,
Mhm.
social media gives people the right to speak anything. So
Um, too much of too much of free speech, and
unfortunately,
yeah, everyone is
yeah,
exploring it in their own way.
waste of speech. I wouldn't call it free speech, waste of speech.
Okay, okay, yeah,
So
that's.
yeah,
Mhm. So okay, so post Shark Tank, I think you've been managing the popularity quite well, and right, and how so have you seen a significant acceptance for your product after Shark Tank? And was it difficult before Shark Tank? And now that you got a lot of buzz, so is it easier for you to approach hotels and for B2B sales? Obviously, people must recognize you already. So how has the journey been after Shark Tank? And let's quickly talk about before and after Shark Tank. How has it impacted the company's supply?
okay. See, for Zipline, I mean, there are of course two phases of it, right? Even in the second phase, there are other two phases. So before Shark Tank being a new concept, we were really struggling to get that awareness into the market, right? Get that reach into the market because, I mean, we advertise it anyhow. People just did not understand what the product is and what is its use. Because एक ग्लास दिखाना है, ग्लास में एक ड्रिंकिंग शील लगाना है, बट वो है क्या? Because there is no context to it. There is no standard to it because it's a new concept altogether,
Correct.
right? So we struggle like hell to actually explain it to the market. After Shark Tank, yes, वो तो problem solve हो गया, reach मिल गया,
Mhm.
we got the awareness as well, but with that we also got a lot of negative publicity, right?
Okay. All right.
So that is something which was really uncalled for. That was really not
Mhm.
required what happened on the tank, but whatever it is, we got a lot of negative publicity. Now, not just for the product, but for myself. Uh, you know, like Naukri Dhoond Le, धंधा बंद कर दे, and a lot of shit, and I don't even want to talk about it. I still keep getting it, but now, so these t-shirts are basically for our trollers,
Acha.
right? It's a message for them that we're not gonna, yeah, so we're not gonna get
Very interesting.
trolled by you. Yeah, so we have an attitude that troll the trollers, so we don't keep quiet.
Of course, of
So
course. Right.
so basically, after Shark Tank, of course, popularity are for the first month, well, February, it was like not much happening.
Mhm.
But when you started making those reels, showcasing our product and using Shark Tank
Mhm.
videos as a
Mhm.
part of the reels,
Yeah. Right, right, right.
post that it has been, a phenomenal journey. Uh, I mean, people are appreciating it. People are coming forward and saying, I mean, we just do not understand how the sharks rejected it. We just do not understand why people are talking shit about it, because because especially it is about safety, right?
Correct. Right,
Yeah, you
right.
won't believe in the US,
Mhm.
even in the IP, if a product helps you save even 10%
Mhm.
from a contamination or from a bacteria or from any ill health, it's a good product,
Right.
right? Now, in India, I mean, Zipline saves way beyond that percentage. But in India, we just do not have that mentality of safety, or, basically we have that herd mentality. So that is somewhere where we have faced a problem of explaining it. But we still engage with the people and, try to explain, and then obviously they change their minds. But people who have their mindset fixed कि नहीं ये तो गंदा ही है,
Mhm.
obviously we can't
Right.
help it. And moreover, there is no market which is, or there's no product in the world which has 100% market. We
Mhm.
have to accept that.
That's true.
So
That's true.
कोई लेगा, कोई नहीं लेगा, किसी को पसंद आएगा, किसी को नहीं आएगा, it's okay, fine. I mean, we're not forcing anyone. So yeah,
Yeah.
it has been a good journey,
Mhm.
uh, phenomenal journey. I mean, if I start talking about it, probably 20-30 minutes won't be enough.
Of course. That's your baby, and you have to be proud of it, and you can't stop talking about it. That's always there, right? Yeah. So
Yeah,
I think that this product is most suited for people who already have this men of mind, that hygiene is quite important. We've seen a lot of people who can't even see a dot of dirt on the table because they want to remain
yeah,
hygienic. And like, when we started conversing, you mentioned that a lot of your friends and other people, you noticed that they were wiping off with the tissue papers, the glasses, wherever, whenever they were on a tea stall or even restaurants. I've seen that a lot of people also wipe off plates before,
yeah,
putting the food on it. But
yeah.
obviously, I don't know what next can be launched to enter that area.
Probably with the reply.
Yeah,
Well, we do
yeah.
have ideas. We're just waiting for the right moment to get into it. And talking about this, Akshay, we recently did a survey. I mean,
Mhm.
not us ourselves, but a lab. Uh, we not shortlisted. Basically, we went to 30 hotels,
Oh, I
picked
see.
up random glasses, took a swab of the rims, took a swab of the bottom, and we did a microbiology test. Right? But it's a long procedure. Well, it doesn't happen like overnight. Not going to 30 hotels, collecting the samples. The results were, I mean, you will not believe, 87% of the glasses or the glass rims were contaminated. They had a microbial load way 10 times, 20 times more than what is allowed, right? At the same time, the bottom of the glasses were clean. So the point that we're trying to make is the rims are they often get contaminated after washing till it reaches the guest table,
Okay,
right? Because
that's
the bottoms were clean, because the glasses were washed, the bottoms are clean, but it is exposed to the rims. The hands are exposed to the rims. It is stored upside
true.
down.
True.
So we've not yet published the report, but I'm just telling you unofficially. Probably by the time you post this, there would be a published report for you to have a backup on.
Okay, all right, all right.
So
That's
yes, it
pretty,
solves a real problem.
yeah, that's interesting as well as that's scary also.
It is scary, and it has to be scary. The reason why we made Zipline, I mean, we've spent so much of money for development, marketing. I mean, no one would do it. for no reason, right? Obviously, we have that conviction. We know what the solution offers. So, yeah, and we're just waiting for the official report till we get it, and
Okay,
it
okay.
is going to make some headlines.
Definitely, it has to, and I believe it can, it should. That's very much
Yeah,
required.
yeah,
And yeah, that's pretty good for the product as well. At least, people will then start thinking that, the product actually is substantial. It's quite well thought of. So yeah, that's great. That's great.
yeah.
So Rohit, are you still pitching investors? Obviously outside of Shark Tank, or have you stopped pitching investors and funding through your parent company?
Well, Shark Tank was the only place where we pitched before and after. I mean,
Okay.
we've not pitched to an investor.
Okay.
We did try to get some government funds or other the
Mhm.
government schemes,
Okay. Okay.
but it was way before, you know, when the trolling was at its peak. That is when we pitched. So obviously it did
Mhm.
not work out. But post
Mhm.
that, we've never tried to get an investor. We want an investor who is a strategic investor,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Who is not just giving us money, because money तो यार हम खुद भी डाल देंगे और डाल ही भी रहे हैं.
Mhm.
But we need somebody who can get us contacts, somebody who can actually
True.
guide us to
True.
from this step to the next step, right? So
True.
so yeah, we want much more than money. So that is why we're very very picky about who the investors would be or could be,
Mhm.
or honestly have not explored yet.
Mhm.
Uh,
Mhm.
let's see when. I mean,
Right.
when the time clicks, it may happen.
Right. Okay. Okay. So, all right. So, Rohit, since you've always stayed motivated even after trolling, and you even have a t-shirt brand, and trollers go troll karo is a good motto as well. So, for the people who are watching this interview, of course, I'm sure कोई ना कोई लोग उनमें जरूर होंगे जिनमें अपना कुछ करने का कीड़ा डेफिनेटली होगा. So what are those tips to the viewers, and especially आप थोड़ा ऐसे भी गाइड करना कि ट्रोलिंग तो काफी होती रहेगी, but it's always good to stay motivated. So what do you want to say to those viewers?
Well, see, firstly, I would take trolling as a uh, how do I put it? Now, you do anything in life, there would be failures. So the trolls that you get are part of the failures, right? But
Yep.
so what do you do when you fail? There are two types of people. One who would actually give up because they've failed, right? Because
Right.
of the fear that they might not pass. That fear. Now the
True.
other people, other type of mindset is someone who fails but gets up, learns from it, and then goes ahead, moves ahead. Right? So failure is a part of life. You cannot take it out of your life. You come what way? Do you think Mukesh Ambani did not have any failures? Even today, he might be having some failures. Right?
True.
So it doesn't matter ki at what level you're in. Failures to aayega hi aayega. Just take it as a learning step and then move forward. So and people often keep thinking a lot कि मैं करूँ कि नहीं करूँ करूँ कि नहीं करूँ करूँ कि नहीं करूँ. Again, it's the fear of failure which is detracting them from not doing what they want to do. So just start. No, don't think about it. Just start. If you think about something, don't give it time. Just start because and don't look back. अगर आगे बढ़े हो तो आगे ही बढ़ते रहो. Automatically आपको रास्ता दिखेगा. And
दिखेगा.
you will,
Correct.
yeah, you will be guided your own path. But if you look back, yeah, you will get मतलब पीछे का भी रास्ता दिखेगा. सो पीछे देखो ही मत, आगे ही देखो, आगे बढ़ते रहो चाहे जो भी हो रहा है. इफ यू हैव दैट कन्विक्शन, थोड़े टाइम बाद वो कन्विक्शन बिलीफ ऑटोमेटिकली आ भी जाता है.
आ
मतलब
जाता
इतना
है.
फेलियर
Correct.
होने के बाद तुम खड़े हो तो वो कन्विक्शन वो बिलीफ आ भी जाता है. सो इट्स ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम दैट यू नो बिल्ड दोस ट्रेट्स इन यू.
True. True. So a man who gets up after failing, I think, is the most confident man.
Absolutely,
Right.
absolutely. It makes or breaks you, right? So
Correct.
failures is important in life. In fact, there should be failures. You know, every failure you learn so much that uh, you can't fail in that thing again.
Correct. 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 Right.
That's like a feather in your cap.
Right. True. Uh, so one last question, because books inspire entrepreneurs. There's it's quite true. In fact, there are studies also that I think that an entrepreneur on an average reads 56 books in a month. I don't know how true is it, but there are surveys that tell this. According to you, how important it is to read books that inspire you, and do you read books? I mean, uh, so tell us something about
Yeah, yeah. I do read books. I don't read 56 books in a month, but I do read books.
okay.
In fact, just yesterday I had posted an Instagram story with two book options. Which should I start reading? I was confused, so I just put it
Okay.
up on the story. कि बताओ कौन सा पढूं मैं पहले. So absolutely, books help us. Biographies, right? Instead of the self-help books, go for biographies because biographies पढ़ने के बाद तुमको इतना सीखने मिलता है ना, इतना सीखने मिलता है that no self-help book can give you. So I am a lot into biographies.
Okay.
Uh,
All right.
be it a businessman, be it a politician, be it a scientist,
Mhm.
be it a sportsman. So absolutely, reading is a very good habit, and read as much as possible uh, because you're gaining knowledge, right? ठीक है, उसमें से 10% भी याद रहेगा, तो you're gaining knowledge. My absolute favorite till now is Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs, right? I would say
Yeah,
he's my favorite as well.
yeah, absolutely. So it's like a Bible for me. Steve
Right.
Jobs का biography.
Yeah. In fact, even I watched three or four movies, all the movies that have been made on Steve Jobs. I watched all of them.
Yeah,
I loved the Ashton Kutcher one. The one he was
yeah.
starring in a movie.
But if you're into reading, you should read the biography. It is superb.
I should.
Nothing beats that.
Yes, I
And the
should.
second is Jeff Bezos, the
Definitely.
the everything store.
Right, right, right. I think now
Yeah, he's,
if after Jeff Bezos, if we start talking about Elon Musk, then we might get a lot of popularity these days because
yeah. I read that as well. Elon Musk as well.
yeah, correct, right, right, right.
So any entrepreneur, you ask them, Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, ये तो पढ़ा ही होगा, right? It's like they're holy books. तो पढ़ना ही चाहिए. There's no going back. वो तो पढ़ना ही चाहिए, चाहे कुछ हो जाए. So every entrepreneur has their own way of thinking, has their own company which they've built, entirely different spectrum. It is actually inspiring, and you start believing कि यार, uh, I mean, obviously you start dreaming, right? You want to be like that, you want to be like that, and people who daydream, they those are the real people. जो दिन में सपने देखते हैं ना, कि वो दिन याद रहता है, रात को जो
याद
सपने देखते हैं वो भूल जाते हैं
भूल जाते। हाँ, बिल्कुल सपने देखना बहुत जरूरी है, पर दिन में।
हम.